Immortal in my eyes, yeah, Jamie Soward. Because I would have made money off that.
Yeah, you were gonna sell it, bro. He probably you just look like someone that's gonna sell it. That's why I didn't give it to you. He probably gave it to some kid, and you're like, hey.
I don't want to see him on the field ever again. Yeah, I don't even want to see him at the tuck shop getting a sausage roll.
Shout out to you, Isa. Blake Lawrie, here you go.
Blake Lawrie.
These are the names he mentioned
Blake
to me.
Lawrie,
Fred looks a little bit like Blake.
No, cuz
Oh, Maron, what are you doing? Hey, like, comment, subscribe, share, do everything you gotta do, man. It goes a long way, trust me. You like my shirt? Get straight into the episode. Ladies and gentlemen, do you want to move out of my camera, bro? You want to move out of my frame, bro?
Bro, everybody just clicked off.
Just turned off right now because of flexing.
Everybody just closed the window. All right, change the app.
Everyone just left. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of League Lads. I'm Suey. I'm with Mr. Farid, Fred, Hectic Fred, the Tomb Raider.
Chooks.
The one that just lost Bilmore's territory because to Hello Sports. I'm very, very shattered. We'll get into
relax,
that.
Cuz, relax. I got a theory. All
right, we'll get into it when I ask you about it, right? Because we have someone to introduce.
Yeah, of course.
Listen, now I got a lot of stick. A lot of Dragons fans I'm friends with. Family members, they tell me, I don't watch your thing because you're too biased. You know how Dragons fans hate us. But I said, there's always time in the world. There's a time and place for peace and love. There is that moment in life where you just need to, love each other, brother. You know what I mean? So I got a Dragons fan on who you probably know him from his screen of zhinding on the thing. Mr. Chris, hello, sahla. How you going, my brother? How you going, all right? Everything's going good? It's nice to finally meet you. Fred's, we're both J'd up straight because I've been waiting like 2 weeks to lock this in. I love your videos, bro. The Man'ush ones and the Magas in the morning on TikTok.
The Dubkes, bro.
The Dubke one. And the inflation. How am I going to buy a house?
And a wedding is so expensive.
Proceeds to have one, as you should. How you been, all right, my brother?
Yeah, good, man.
How's everything? How's content? How's life?
Content is fun. Life is fun. Life is expensive. Things are stressful, and the Dragons suck. So we're not looking good at the moment, but there's always...
I remember the celebrations that started, because before they versed us, it was the Melbourne Storm. Was it the Melbourne Storm at home? Started clapping and then, reality check. But now we're here to speak about all this good stuff with some good footy heads. First things first, boys, we're going to speak about the Bulldogs. Now, you're like almost a Bulldog supporter. I've seen that video. Almost.
I saw that. I saw he has the shirt. He has the shirt.
Listen, cuz, I love you and everything, but don't convert, cuz. You got to stick staunch with your Dragons, brother.
I'll never convert,
yeah, he likes being depressed.
I don't blame him, cuz loyalty sometimes gets you depressed.
Just remember 2010 or 2004.
I know.
Just remember that.
But who wins in a game? The 2004 squad definitely does.
100%.
Yeah, good team. Boys, let's speak about the Bulldogs. Humbling result. Actually, the other day I went to the game against Manly. Honestly...
Did you go?
Yeah, I went to the game.
I didn't know you went.
Yeah, I was just like in and out, bro. I was the bandwagon fan that we're talking about.
Did you leave at half time?
I stayed all the way. Well, I stayed to the end. Honestly, I wanted to leave because I wasn't in the right mood. To be honest with you, not about the game, something else. But I'm just like, I'll just stay on, bro.
Because we stayed till 66 Newcastle. Yeah. Remember that? So now what's the point of leaving any game early, bro?
You're not going to test my loyalty, brother. We're there 66 0. Wallah, we stayed till the booze went, cuz. We waited for the booze to finish.
Because we stayed until Karaz got his try disallowed with like 30 seconds left.
We celebrated that like it was a grand final.
Yeah, and it got no try. Yeah.
That was bad, bro.
That was bad.
That was embarrassing.
Boys, humbling result. And we're going to lose a lot of players from this. We're losing Jerry, we're losing Burden. But speak about the game first. My personal opinion, I think Manly were the better side. I missed the first try. I was getting something from inside. And I heard cheering and celebrating. And I was like, oh, I have this thing in sports, right? When you score first, I feel like you get complacent and then things start to happen. And I don't know if that happened on the day, but we just didn't look like we didn't look like what we've looked like all season. So, Fred, you watched it. We watched it with the Hello Sports boys.
Watched them back as well.
How was it? What did you take out of it?
You know what? I saw a lot of good. I think, and the fact that Serraldo said it's a very easy fix, the things that went wrong. And it really was. They did the same sort of thing over and over and over again. It kept working for like a 15-minute, especially the start of the second half. Like, they did the same thing, the same play over and over. Garrick again. Like, Garrick was just nicking Sherry in the second half. You can just tell
exactly what was
happening. First half, Sherry honestly got one up. He was giving Garrick a real hard time. Then, honestly, Garrick deployed this new defensive scheme where he just let Sherry run past him and he'll just clobber his legs every time. But I really liked our willingness to spread the ball. I didn't really like our defensive intensity. We sort of did lose that battle in the middle.
They're big. They're
Like
big pack,
I
bro,
said,
Manly,
I told Tom the whole time I'm worried about Paseka. I'm worried about Paseka.
Bro, he was like unbelievable.
Paseka literally ate us alive. He's been unbelievable all season, but not a lot of people are paying him any mind.
Because it's not paying Haas. That's probably why.
Yeah, but he is an absolute gun, cuz, and he pumped us big time, and that's our problem. Like when I said, Manly sort of have the recipe to beat us. They got a very big pack, but they are sort of mobile as well. Like Nathan Brown came off the bench was a real trouble for us.
Bro, he was testing the line. So he was tempting the line so bad, bro, and he just got the better.
Well,
got
he's
the
a
better of us,
psycho.
bro. He's psycho, and you know what's funny? They read him off. Like I remember him. People were like, no one really wanted him anymore. Then like I think who did he go to after PARRA? It was somewhere, bro. It wasn't Manly, was it?
He went from PARRA to Manly.
Did he? Straight there?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I remember PARRA not giving him a chance.
Roosters.
He went to the Roosters, yeah, that's right. And then everyone was really like, I thought, bro, why don't we sign him? You know what I mean? The Bulldogs or even the Dragons taking a gamble on him would have been good.
Because the thing is he's undersized for the position he's playing now. Like I don't think he can. A lot of teams don't want him to play lock, but he's a small prop. But what he lacks in size, he makes up for in mongrel.
Big heart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't want him with the Dogs just because half the team. I know he's had beef with like half of this team, bro.
He had beef with everyone.
He's had beef with everyone, and it's like he's a player that you hate unless it's on your team.
Oh, yeah. If he's on my team, I love him. I love him, bro.
He just hasn't been on my team ever, so that's probably why I've just had enough of him.
I still have a soft spot for him, bro.
He's a tough player,
he's
bro.
Tough.
Like,
Good to watch.
I think he's like Bunty. He's like little short Bunty.
I love your Bunty.
Yeah, Bunty. He just runs at you. He doesn't care who's in front of you, bro. All right. But there was a lot to like, a little bit to dislike. But it's the sole fact that Chooks has come in. He said it's an easy fix. Plus, we didn't have Critter. All right, and I think Critter is a big loss because of what he offers in the game and what he offers to the team in terms of leadership.
Even defensively, man. Defensively, a lot of it would have been solved if Critter was in the team. Yeah. Even high balls or like trying to get the short drop out, all things like that. I think Critter would have been very, very good for us in the game.
Yeah, but I'm sort of starting to like if I had to think of one player that sort of really just didn't look right, it was Jamin Salmon, and it started, and he hasn't looked right at all really this season, except for when he versus the Dragons and scores 2 tries.
Bro, I've never understood why he's getting more game time than the likes of Preston. Preston came off twice in that game.
Yeah.
For me, the middle, they ran straight through you guys. Where you were attacking on the left-hand side, you killed them, right? When he kept going to the left, going straight through all the time. For me, honestly, you're probably going to disagree, but I think your weakest link, there's 2 players. It's Salmon and Adokar. I'm going to say it here.
Yeah, a lot of Dragons fans don't seem to agree with that Adokar. I get it, but because in defense, I get it in defense. It's a bit of a reliability, but he's been better, bro. Like I remember last year.
Yeah, he's better than last year.
Last year it wasn't.
But Sherry's making him look a lot better this year. Sherry, I reckon, has been one of the most underrated. I'm still surprised with how good he's going.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting.
Man,
he's only going to get better too.
I wasn't a fan, bro.
100%.
Well, I've been on Operation convince everybody that Sherry's a good player from the first game he played.
Thanks, Helen.
Thanks, Helen. Every game. It's all Helen, cuz. But unfortunately, Helen used all her magic on Sherry and none of the Dragons players. The whole Dragons team goes to Sherry, to Helen.
And no one thanks her, maybe. That's what it is.
Sherry doesn't thank them. She thanks Bronson. But Kaz, like, he has been getting better every game. But I think Adokar was probably one of the better players in attack, at least for our team. And like 3 of our tries went through him.
I think it's a gamble that we take with Adokar.
Yeah.
Like, you got to sacrifice a bit of defense for that unbelievable try or that like X factor speed that you just can't get from anyone else in a team.
There's no substitute for it,
right?
bro.
It's like Sloan. I know a lot of Dragons fans aren't fans of. They don't really like Sloan that much, but sometimes because he can turn a game around in the flick of it, he can just.
Yeah.
Well, like, you don't beat Melbourne without Tyrone Sloan. It's that simple, like in my opinion.
Yeah, but the thing is, we don't lose 9 games without playing. So we'll get to
the Dragons.
We'll get to the Dragons too, because I actually like Sloan, and I feel like he gets a bad rap, especially about all these defense. I think your defensive problems. He's one of the last things you probably need to worry about defensively. For some reason, like when we get to the Dragons,
we'll get to the Dragons. Let us go.
The thing that the Dogs do well is the kick chase, the line speed. It's just not what they do. They don't do that, and that's why. Where they are, where we're at.
I don't think he's a fit enough either, bro. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
I don't think like that's why I really like Shane Flanagan. I wanted him at the Dogs before Serraldo, but I just don't think that he doesn't. I don't think he has his players yet, and you aren't fit enough. Because bro, you are good for half an hour, and then it's just like
100%.
all you are good in the end. You know what I mean? It's it's very weird.
But Manly had, honestly, I think they played their best game of football.
They completed
they completed like 90-95% like this game. their attack was so smooth and silky. It's like they really came to play. Tommy Turbo was as dangerous as he's ever been.
DCE,
really.
man.
Like,
DCE, bro.
like, bro, the thing
Well, I
that
hate him. I love him and
I
hate
think
him.
Brooks had the best game.
Brooks had a better.
Brooks
Brooks,
was good too.
that was one of Brooks's best games. That ball to Carl Lawton was just crazy.
You didn't think it was forward?
No.
No?
I think the referees did a spectacular job. Personally, a lot of people were whinging.
A lot of penalties. A lot of penalties.
Well,
a lot of set restarts.
Yeah,
The thing is that we cop a lot of set restarts that we shouldn't, and we should get something in return. Where be fair.
They always make it even, because the set restarts we were giving out was because we couldn't keep up. At the end of the day, because we struggle, because we're undersized, we struggle to get players on their back. We struggle to slow down to play the ball, and then they'll have 4 really quick play the balls, and we'll really try to stifle that momentum by slowing it down, and that's when they call it.
Set restart.
And the leg pulls, we give away way too many leg pulls. The leg pull thing, it's like an epidemic in it. The leg pull and the offload within our 15 meters on fourth tackle.
Oh, but that gives me anxiety.
All right, cuz like this is like it's like a disease in the team. But it's
same spot, yeah.
the same. It's like there's a script that says, okay, kick out or Karaz 40-meter line, offload the ball on fourth tackle. It's like, but it didn't even go wrong last week. But it's gone wrong the weeks prior.
Yeah.
All right, kick out went like 4 games in a row where he made a offload in the same spot on the same tackle.
I'm telling you, wallah, as soon as he gets there, he's like, deploy offload.
Yeah. He's like, if he doesn't offload the ball in 20 minutes, he's going to lose. All right. But, yeah, look, Manly played really well, but I do see a lot of good. All right. And I think if that try, if it, like, it was an obstruction, it was. Because in my opinion, if
It's soft.
it was soft because it was this much of an obstruction. But that little obstruction is why Kiko was even able to go underneath Olakawatu in the first place, because he was rushing to make up for the time that he lost because Sherry was in the way, and because he's rushing. I actually don't think he would have scored. But even if he would have scored, at the end of the day, the way they've been calling it 90% of the time.
No, I don't have a problem with it. The only thing I have a problem with, we speak about this every single week. Just be consistent, bro. Well, if you want us to be, you want to do black and white, we'll do black and white. You want to do colourful rainbows, we'll do. Just give us something.
But they've confirmed that they're revamping the whole thing. The whole
and that's what they have to do. That's what they have to do,
There's going to be more problems next year. Because they're gonna make some rule that's like outright, but they're gonna. But the rule book will saying it. The rule book.
But if the revamping is reworking the rule book from this to this,
I get it.
It's great for you. Got to make it easier for these referees to referee the game.
Because how can 100% of people that watch the games call what they can see, but the bunker sees something different?
I don't know.
Well, what are we missing?
I don't know.
It's because there is so many rules that a lot of people look. To be fair, a lot of people that watch NRL only watch their team, right? So they don't really know all of the rules, and they can't. It's my mum can't keep track of the rules they put in. My dad watched every game of rugby league; he couldn't keep track. I had to explain them to him, and. So the bunker knows the rules, but because there's so many rules in the game that I feel like it's hard for them to track them and to call everything properly.
Usually it's the most simple rule. Like let's say for example a forward pass, right? They can go back 2 sets back and say, listen, this guy's put a high tackle, send him off. You can't call the most deliberate forward pass.
I'm the forward pass
they're not
advocate.
allowed.
Forward pass technology is because I was watching the 2005 Origin series yesterday. Do you know how there was 3 tries that were disallowed from forward passes from video ref?
Oh well.
Because they could do it back then. And I'm like, if this was still in the game. If there were ones that were tight and you just say, I can't call it.
Let it go.
Yeah, I get that. Well,
that would make the game so much better. How the is Stone Street scoring against you last week? How is he scoring a 3 meter off a 3 meter forward? He didn't know whether he was waiting around to stick the tongue out. He was looking at the ref's flag before he stuck the tongue
I think I'm sus, cuz.
Because all they got to do is just allow them to check the last pass. We're not asking you to check every single pass leading up to the try. The last pass, if it's deliberately forward, take it off.
I think if it's in that play, they should be able to call it They literally look at everything. For sure, they can see that there are some blatant forward passes. Yeah. I think the game's gotten worse since they got rid. I don't think anybody asked them to stop ruling on forward passes, but it's those ones that cause like it's hard. Like if you go with the referee's call, like if it's a flat board, it looks 50-50, but the ref called no try. Well, I give it to him.
Yeah,
I think that benefit of the doubt going to whatever the ref thinks. I think that's been a really good change to the game than always going to the attacking team. Because back in the day, it used to be whatever. If you can't call it, it's a try. I actually think some of the changes they made are good, but this disruptor,
Or they've sacked the disruptor. That's gone.
No,
It doesn't
it's
exist
gone, but then
anymore.
all of a sudden it's made a comeback again. Only when in crucial moments, in crucial games, as a disruptor.
Yeah, it's just the rule book's too big. They gotta sort it out.
They called it last in the Dogs game. I'm pretty sure with Ola Kawatu and like
okay.
it makes an appearance.
They did. Yeah, the first try he scored.
It makes an appearance. It was a hit on Adokar.
Okay, maybe I'm.
But in the
corner. I was at the game.
You had the game, yeah. I watched it 2 times now. You know, but at the end of the day, I just think forward pass tech will definitely help. But I'm always going to give a shout out to the rest when I think they did a good job.
100%.
I think they did a good job, and it was Ashley Klein and Jared Sutton for fuck's sake.
You think they did a good job?
I think
my next question.
Well, I think they did a good job.
You think Tommy Turbo didn't deserve the bin
For what?
for whatever he did on? I can't remember who was running.
Because I didn't. At no point did I think that Tommy Turbo should have gone to the bin. Because I've watched it twice. I still don't know what they're talking about.
He grabbed the player without the ball who's running to score the try.
Oh, when Sherry made the break?
Like he should have. We got. And the thing is, right? I'm a Bulldogs fan. Okay, I got sent screenshots. Reed Money was offside in the kick. Okay, so if we're gonna really make the right decision, then it's a penalty Manly because Money's offside.
But is he within 10 meters of the thing?
Yeah, it was close. It was like a 30-meter, 20-meter kick, whatever they were there. Anyway, he was offside. Then they just go and call penalty on Tommy. Which, if you're gonna penalise Tommy, it's a sin bin. It's like the guy tackled him without the ball. Wallah.
Yeah.
What more do you want of a professional foul?
Yeah.
If someone holds down someone an extra second, and they're allowed to hold, you're allowed to hold down. Nah, it's a sin bin. So that's that thing. I think they didn't do very good with.
Look,
and the obstruction, I already.
Look,
like
I think at no point that from what I've watched, and I watched it twice, I didn't think anyone should have gone to the bin.
Oh well, that's fair.
Right,
I remember being there. I was just outraged because I was like, bro, how the hell?
Because you're there with 50,000 people being outraged.
No, but I was actually sitting with a lot of Manly fans. But I was just like, bro, no, because all day it's a bin, bro. Like, call
it's
something
just
as
inconsistencies every week. That's the problem.
Look, I got my theory, cuz. I got my theory, and it's similar to what Parramatta did to them in 2009, cuz. If you know you can potentially be versing this team, would you show all your cards? At the end of the day, the game isn't 100% meaningful because if we win next week, we're 5th anyway, regardless of what happens, right? So, I think if we weren't, Manly were showing off everything and they were playing perfect and they were pulling off all these low key. I wouldn't be surprised if Serraldo is like, if we lose this game, who cares?
Yeah,
we'll get him in a couple of weeks.
Kick back, boys. You know what I mean? Like,
if we, because now we don't have Burton and Sherry, the odds are not in our favour. Cowboys versus another weakened team again. All right, but
I think to that, there's a couple of things you need to look at. Yeah, he may be thinking, strategically long term.
Mentality.
Let's say, for example, you lose this week. Cowboys win, Manly win. You then verse Manly at Brookvale or whatever their stadium.
Which is tough.
That's a tough game.
I know.
They do say that Turbo is playing.
Yeah, Turbo will play.
He's ruled out.
No, he's not ruled out for game 1.
He torn his. They said that. Oh, yeah, right. So I thought
back
it's what Curran has. So they just give him a needle and he plays.
It's all good.
So you go from playing at a core home stadium, right,
which is hectic,
but
going fans
and
this
at Brookvale.
Yeah, but
potentially.
I know. I'm just saying a long shot. I wouldn't put it past Serraldo to have come up with something. Because I've been listening to what Tim Manor was saying about that game.
Yeah,
and the coach literally I think you remember it would have been 09, right?
Yeah.
You versed them the week before, and then you knew you were versing them in the next
first
final
as well. Yeah,
yeah. Brian Smith said nothing. He literally threw the game. He didn't go through no film. I know Serraldo's not doing that, but I reckon Serraldo's thinking, all right, whatever happens, like I don't put it past Serraldo to say, well, we're going to beat him at Suncorp. At Brookie, 4 Pine Stadium. All right, I know he has full confidence in the team, right?
It could be, man.
It could be. I wouldn't be surprised. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised.
Or what could happen is Dragons beat Canberra, Dolphins and Newcastle draw. And Dragons.
Hey, we got Chris involved.
The Dogs.
Well, is that the?
That would be the most.
They have to draw.
They have to draw.
That'll be the craziest.
Because you're not beating us.
Because people are gonna get bashed.
And I'm gonna explain to you why I literally at no point in both games that I think we're gonna even remotely lose. Because
We'll leave this for the Dragon segment.
I know. Yeah, we're leaving enough for the Dragon segment.
Okay, leave it.
Because I know what their issue is.
Okay, we'll speak about that.
Good job, Manly.
I just think.
Good job.
I just think that I was saying this to everyone. I would rather lose now.
Yeah.
You get me? I would rather be humbled now. You know what I mean, there's a lot of because we've been winning games. Like I know there's games we've been pumping everyone, whatever. But there's games where, bro, we scrape by, and like it's nail biting. Because I went to 2 field goal games in a week in a row, cuz in the same week.
Burdens
And things. And when you're gonna verse the big dogs, cuz when you're gonna verse the big teams who know how to Penrith and Melbourne, you gotta have some lessons before to be like, all right. You gotta be fully equipped before you go there. So I just think that the loss is good.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it in a positive way.
I think we're going
I'm
to
not
lose
happy
this
to
week too,
lose.
cuz.
I think we're gonna lose this week.
I think we're going to lose this week too.
I don't think by a lot, but I think we'll lose this week.
Yeah, I have friends that think no way, because Cowboys have been they've been learning lessons, but they've been winning.
Yeah.
Because I cannot believe Melbourne nearly beat them. I cannot believe their B team nearly beat them.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
You'd rather finish 5th, bro. You're either going to get Newcastle or you're going to get Dolphins.
No,
It's a lot better than coming
It
up
is.
against Cowboys or Manly, bro.
Yeah, Cowboys are
Yeah.
better.
It's two caliber.
yeah,
teams.
no, I know.
You
But
know,
I wanted I really wanted 4th because I actually want to see how we go against Melbourne, because we versed them early in the year.
Yeah, a second chance.
And
is
Walla,
also-
even
One couple
Bellamy
points,
said,
I remember.
and even Bellamy said we're the better team that game. You know what I mean? And they had Munster, Pappenhausen, that everyone, bro. You know what I mean? But like 5th place, look, I'd rather verse Dolphins or Knights,
100%.
because I know we'll beat those teams.
Yeah.
Like But I
think the Dolphins will be a bit hard to beat in the
Well,
finals
I'm
'cause of
scared.
Bennett.
I'm scared of Wayne Bennett. Cuz.
Yeah, that's all
What they done to Brisbane was a shock.
Yeah,
to
that's
me.
crazy.
I wasn't
I'm not-
expecting that because Brisbane have that team, bro. You don't want to verse Brisbane.
That's what I said. I'm like, I hope Brisbane don't make it because
Nah,
they
Brisbane,
could flick the switch. I don't know. I don't trust.
Because
I don't trust them.
Brisbane and opposing crowds do not mix well.
They're not good, eh?
Because Walla, every time they verse an opposing crowd, they get nicked, bro.
The
It
mentality.
was at Suncorp. It's not like their fans weren't there.
Yeah,
It was at Suncorp.
it was at Suncorp they lost. But I'm saying if they made the finals, I'm not scared because they do not perform well when the crowd is against them. They only perform well at home and at Suncorp. You know what I mean? They were doing well in the grand final, but the grand final is always sort of neutral. You know what I mean, everybody travels, right? But
That
because they lost to greatness. That's basically like
They lost to Nathan Cleary.
they lost
It's
to
like
Cleary and
Barcelona and
Critter.
United in the Champions League finals. It's like, well, we lost to Messi, cuz, you know what I mean?
No, it's like Liverpool when they came back against Barca.
Yeah, you
know
just
what I
can't
mean?
you can't hack it. That's
Sometimes it's written in the stars, cuz, you know what I mean? But I'm the reason why I'm so confident we'll beat whoever if we do finish 5th and we do win this week. I think it's gonna be hard without Burden. If we had
100%.
Burden, and I don't know why he's not playing. I could got
They
a
stood him
category
down.
2.
It's really stood him. They stood him
Yeah,
down.
it is.
But I think Serraldo's rested. Well, I personally think Serraldo's rested.
he hasn't really had that much rest this season, so I
I
wouldn't
think
blame him.
before the finals, let the bloke
Look,
rest a bit.
Drew Hutchison's time to shine.
Yeah,
cuz.
bro. I want to say big Hutch lad in, you know what I mean? The Corolla, the
Has
Yaris.
the Yaris, bro. I don't want to talk about
because we can't even meet him anymore because
Right.
he's gonna have something against us.
The Yaris.
Boys, Char'd try of the week. The Bulldog segment's done. We're gonna speak about everything else that happened this week. But before we do that, Char'd try of the week. I'm gonna start off. I don't know how to say his name, but I read it down here as soon as I seen it because I loved it. The Melbourne guy Lissari, when he made that little line break, almost tripped over and just went all the way. Big fella.
Yeah, at the end of the
At
game.
the end of the
Forward,
game,
yeah.
That one I was like, yep, I got
Cuz-
Char'd try of the
Walla,
week. Yeah.
Walla, that's one of the best first tries you'll see, bro. That's
Yeah,
his
it's pretty
first.
good try.
Cuz that's for a big guy doing that, bro.
I loved it, bro, and I think that that's my try of the week. Chris, what's yours, bro?
There was around 3,000 tries in the Dragons game today.
One of those.
had to be good.
One of them had to be good.
It was Ben Hunt's little chip and chase where Sloan went through. As much as I'm not really a fan of Sloan. His attacking speed is amazing. Like that's where he peaks. He's amazing in attack, defense. He's a liability, but the way that he just ran around the fullback, Gutherson wasn't even there. So
It's fun to watch, man. Wallah, he's fun to watch. Sloan.
He's a good player. I'm not going to say he's not a good player. Attacking,
I think-
he's great, but defensively, he's.
I think players like that, you have to carry them, bro, because they carry you. Like, you know what I
I'd
mean?
rather put Sloan on the wing next year and
Really?
leave Holmes number 1. That's what I'm hoping that.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Holmes at fullback.
Flanagan does.
Yeah, I think he'll do that. I don't think
Yeah.
you got Val Holmes to play centre.
Cuz
Well, we got Val Holmes also to kick. You got to remember that.
Yeah.
So,
because
we
you,
don't
know,
know that.
'cause you don't have no backup. They don't got no backup.
No
But
Lomax
if you-
now.
Valentine Holmes is like Sloan, exactly the same as Sloan. He's got defensive issues everywhere.
He's better than
Yeah,
Sloan,
he's
but
better than Sloan.
Yeah,
better.
yeah. I'm not saying he's
Not
Sloan's
by a
better.
mile.
He gets
He's
run
better.
over. That's his problem. If you look at the games that we've lost and how many tries we've conceded because of Sloan, I know you're an advocate for him. I love him in attack. There's a reason why Flanagan has dropped him. And to be honest with you, if we didn't have the injuries, he wouldn't be in this team right now.
Yeah, I know. That's what Shane said.
Yeah.
But but that was before the Melbourne game, and then they won the Melbourne game pretty much because of him.
Yeah.
And
But
the rest of
that's
the
one
team.
game.
I know it's one game.
That's
cuz.
one game where we lost probably 10 games in defence.
Yeah,
We're getting off track,
it's-
boys. I need your try of the
I
week.
know.
This is very normal, guys.
Well, on my try of the week, I'll give it to Tyrone Munroe because he's had a lot going on. Like a lot of people wouldn't have played in that situation.
Yeah, that's our next topic, actually. Shout out to Tyrone Munroe,
Yeah,
bro.
that's my try of the week, bro.
Because, bro, we're moving on now. Tyrone Munroe, I hope I said his name right. For me, that's a soldier performance, bro. Wallah, you don't like lose his mother, right? He lost his mother, and then he lost his uncle like a day or 2 days later.
Yeah.
You don't lose your mother first for your mother, and just be normal or just attend the game. And I know a lot of athletes would rather play the game because it probably takes their brain away. But because let's be real, if we lost anyone, it's hard to do anything the next day or the next week. So for him to do that, but he's had 2 in 1 week, which is, it's insane to even have
His
that
uncle
situation.
was a big content creator as well.
Hamdiga,
Bro. So
it was very,
rest
very
in
funny,
peace
bro.
to him and his
Good of
mum.
the Labour community too, the Hamdiga.
100%.
Yeah, shout out to them and rest in peace. Hope
Rest in
everyone,
peace,
hope the
boys.
family's doing well. We send all our love and our condolences to them. Head up Tyrone Munroe, you're a soldier. You basically carried the Rabbitohs that game, bro. It was him that game. So
He bagged the hat trick, didn't he?
I think he scored a double.
Double.
Yeah. But even him being back at, like, for the Rabbitohs, he's important for the Rabbitohs, bro.
He's been a
player
big
for them.
loss because of his injuries and
Campbell Graham as well.
everyone else. You know what I mean? They've had a lot. It's just a write-off year for them and the Broncos and the Eels. Like, you're just missing key players for so long. It's going to be hard to make up for them.
All right, boys. 84 points in 1 game, right?
28 points in 10 minutes.
44 something.
44-40.
44, no,
44
with
12.
10 minutes to go, right?
Right.
44 to 12
12.
with 10
10
minutes to go. I believe he's versus Parramatta, right? So I use both. I hate use both, right? So this was popcorn footy for me.
Because he was in the group chat. him and the boys they had
We have this
receipts.
Dragons fan. He's unbelievable, bro. He's
Yeah.
crazy, wallah. He's too much. Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
probably why we hate the Dragons this much. But, bro, what the hell happened, Chris? Talk to me, because you're watching the game. You're a Dragons fan. Now, run me through the emotions from minute 1 to the end.
Alrighty. So basically, we're watching the game and we're crying. Right, first half is absolutely depressing. Right, so it's, to be honest, I wasn't surprised at all. I had a feeling Eels were going to come out. They got nothing to play for. Dragons buckle under pressure. We needed to win against the Dogs. We got slapped. We needed to win against Eels. We got slapped. Right. Second half, they come out. They must have got absolutely nailed by Shaun Flanagan. They concede within 30 seconds. They run 100 meters. Right, game's over. There and then game's over. PARRA got a couple
Head's
over.
gone too.
I thought, wallah, I went to the toilet and I came back and they'd scored 2 tries in 5 minutes,
Yeah,
like
it's-
in the
it's
first
ridiculous.
second half.
What I didn't like was when they kept putting the camera on Hunt. Hunt was losing at all the players. Ravalawa forgot what football is. He had the worst game.
That was the worst first
Johnny,
half.
come outside, Johnny
This
boy.
Johnny bloke broke us. Wahiyat Allah, he was saying he was the best winger in the comp last
You're saying he's
week.
better than Fox.
Because he was saying he was the best defensive winger in the comp. He said they concede the least amount. Because this bloke, I've never. It's
He
like
just makes good meters.
He
That's
was.
how I look at it.
He was.
He makes good meters.
He was Parramatta man of the match. Well,
That
he
bad?
He
Bro,
literally
he was selling that
there was
bad.
like cause he was like it was beyond selling, bro. It was like
Sold.
cause he was match fixing. This was Paul Carriage.
Courage.
This was Paul Carriage. Cause he dropped the ball 3 times in 1 half and let in 3 tries, bro.
That's crazy.
But you got to remember, who scored on him?
Sivo.
Where do they both come from?
yeah, Fiji.
Ravalawa definitely gave him a call. So listen, how much you paying on sports before a hat trick?
وظبط وضعه, you know what I mean?
No, it's also because you have no contract next year. That's slack, bro. You're my best friend. Kimbo Slice did him a favour. Because I used to call Ravalawa Kimbo Slice, bro. Because he looks exactly like Kimbo Slice, cuz.
Right, 10 minutes to go, they just said, you know what, let's just play football. They just started spreading it.
But
Something
it's-
that we weren't doing the whole game. They just started spreading it and we just went through, straight through. And to be honest with you, Sloan was the mastermind behind everything. Straight through on a number of occasions. Even Fatala Mariner put a grubber through.
Oh, that was
I
nice,
can't
bro.
believe that, cuz.
That was
Wallah,
nice,
if he-
bro.
When he's doing that, you know there's something wrong is happening.
Someone's cooking. The script writers are cooking.
Yeah, the discipline's gone. It's out the window. They said, you know what, let's just have some fun here. So that's basically what happened, man. But they had 4 seconds left. They denied the kick. 4 seconds left. I said, you know what? Something's
You
gonna
sat down
happen
there, you're like, let me watch.
Moses actually stood up with Gutherson because they took Gutherson off. They rested the players. They said, you know what, the game's over. 4 seconds to go. Hunt puts a little grubber. Game over. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
And that's just.
Cuz, wallah, you know what I don't get? Why?
I have a few questions for you as well from a Dragons fan perspective.
Because they're not in the position to be resting players, cuz.
Parra?
Parramatta are not in the position to be.
No,
bro,
but they won the game, so the spoon bowl was
either
on.
way.
Brother, put 50 on them. Go into next week with the utmost confidence. Now their confidence has just been absolutely ruined because they
can see them.
just got pissed on 28 points in 10 minutes.
And hey, you know what's the worst? Because they won the game.
Yeah.
Which is it. Wallah, it's worse. Like, you won the game.
Yeah,
and
but
you
40,
after
40 points is the highest scoring team that's lost.
Lost. The most points
The
someone's
most
ever
points ever
scored and
scored.
lost, but there was another team that put 40 on and lost.
Bro.
Another team put 40 on and lost. I can't remember who, but I think it's Ty first.
Oh, yeah?
I think there was another team that did it, but I can't remember
draw
who.
at that point, at that scoreboard, like at a score.
No, like the
Oh, they're one
putting
and two at the same.
putting 40 on and losing. There was another team that put
Did the
40
same
on.
thing.
So there's two teams that did it.
Fuck, couldn't break a record.
I
man.
think so, but that was insane, bro. I never thought I'd see that. Like, imagine, can you imagine? Like, putting 40 on is crazy. Conceding 40 when you put 40 on is even. And this is like the 10th time that Parramatta have folded like 5 leads in the last 5 weeks or. Like to them, all right, because I thought that was the most insane comeback I've ever seen.
Penrith, yeah.
And then they've done that.
that was crazy.
Then that is the most insane
That's
comeback
insane,
I've
bro.
ever seen.
That's
and they
history.
still lost. So knowing that all you had to do is not concede 44 points to the Parramatta Eels that half their team's missing.
And you know what's crazy,
It's
bro? Like
depressing.
you said, use buckle and like,
Yeah.
like we'll speak about the Dragons now because
Yeah.
like, use do buckle, bro. Wallah, when I remember the first game we played them this year. I remember you
12-0 or
we
12-6.
we were 12.
We were winning.
He was
We were
winning,
winning at
and
halftime.
Jacob Little was having a game.
Bro, we were
he was going through
dominating.
us, and I was like, bro, all this hard work we've been doing, like
Yeah,
we have to
yeah,
lose to the Dragons now. And then like you just I don't know what happens, bro. It's very weird. I got a question for you, about because we had this argument a lot with Bakes, Johnny, and all that. Ben Hunt, what do you think he's worth right now?
Right now?
Right now.
600,000.
Yeah, not more than that.
Nah.
So what about last season?
Last season he was worth his 1 million. Right?
Yeah.
He's worth his 1 million. The problem is Ben Hunt right now, he still doesn't know what he wants to do. Whether he wants to stay, whether he wants to
I don't
go,
think he wants to
whether-
stay, man. That's my next question. Does he
See-
want to stay?
See, I think Flanagan has done well, especially with what he done with Lomax also, right? I think if Flanagan was there last year, Lomax would still be staying, right? For him-
100%.
For him to be going to Parramatta after the season that he's had the best season, right, since he's been at the Dragons. He'll win Winger of the Year. I don't think anyone will beat him.
Nah,
No.
He's,
You know
No
what I mean?
he's unbelievable, bro.
He's actually unbelievable.
And I wasn't a fan. Like I was a fan, but I wasn't really like he's that guy.
Yeah.
But then before Origin, because there was 2-3 games he played, and I was like, oh, this guy's got to get picked straight out.
Yeah.
It was-
Well, I couldn't even know when he was in the centers to start off the game because I didn't even see him.
Yeah.
Like Shane is actually legitimate when he says he's an average center. Because it's like his skill set is so much, and his body type is just made for being a winger.
a lot of flick passes too, man, when he's at center. I remember
Well,
even Rafa always
that
these
was-
ones.
That was the biggest thing because he threw the ball out more than it hit a player.
Yeah,
cuz.
which is
But
not
then again,
good.
he had Ravalawa on his side.
Yeah.
and he was-
I know, but he was the best winger in the comp. then.
Misinterpretations.
And
No,
if-
but Ben Hunt, because we
he's-
have this argument a lot with Moses and Ben Hunt. Like, who would you pick? And I know it's easy to say Moses now because it's Moses. But, like, I think potential of both their careers, right? Forget grand finals, like, just as a player, quality-wise, who are you picking? If you know you got them for the next 10 years in their prime, cuz.
In their prime, I'll probably go Ben Hunt.
Really?
Honestly, I'll go Ben Hunt because I don't know if you guys remember, but when we had Gareth Widdop and Ben Hunt
That was
together,
not normal.
it was not normal. And if Gareth Widdop didn't get injured, I reckon we could have won the comp. There was a year we ended up losing to, I think, Brisbane, or we slapped Brisbane in the semis. No one's seen us coming. But Widdop and Hunt partnership was
I miss
probably
Widdop,
the
man.
best.
I
in the
miss that
first
Widdop.
round, you pumped him like
We
38
slapped
something,
them,
yeah?
And then Widdop got injured and Hunt got injured.
Yeah, I remember that.
And we basically just folded, right? But Widdop Hunt partnership was like the greatest thing I'd ever seen.
Because
Since-
he's like, bro, Gareth.
Gareth
favourite
Widdop was
player.
mad,
Gareth's
bro.
last
Was
2
that- he was
years
at
at the
Melbourne,
Dragons.
Yeah? He was at Melbourne,
we
then
took
he
him
went
from
Melbourne.
Melbourne, and it was not normal. But his shoulders were his biggest problem.
And he went overseas and played after you, yeah? And then he retired.
Because he's from England.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he's from, yeah.
That's right.
But he was a player, man. I used to love Gareth Widdop, bro.
Yeah, but to
was
be
good.
honest, like, you know, with the question, Moses right now is not normal, but look at his injuries also. You know, Hunt is old, bro. He's not young, and he's still dominating. I think he's got the most tries this season, right?
Yeah, I think there's someone. I think Drinkwater slowly. It's like right there,
has he
neck
got
and
it
neck
in?
now.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he's caught up, but
I think he's like
fuck,
one or two
this
behind
week.
him.
This week he could catch up.
Yeah.
Like,
You got to remember, Ben Hunt could have the game. He'll still get 2 tries.
Yeah.
Somehow.
yeah,
know?
because he's got the pun. It's like. You play FIFA, cuz. You play Ultimate Team. Remember back in the day, the green link chemistry? Because Ben Hunt with everyone, it's yellow link, but with Zach Lomax, it's green link. They're just on the same wavelength.
100%.
They're just because
That-
I seen him playing on TikTok live, so I knew I could use that reference to understand it.
That duo is
That
Something
duo
realistic,
is 13 of his try assists, cuz half his try assists is to Zach Lomax.
But I trust Flanagan. I know that he'll bring in some talent. He's got a couple decent signings, a little bit in the older side. Cool.
What's one
Yeah,
thing you
that's
don't like
the-
about Shane Flanagan for the Dragons this year? Just
Well,
one
To
thing.
be honest, just the defense, bro. He just hasn't got the defense right. Like we,
You don't question his team selection at all?
well,
Like
to be
Fair
honest-
Guy brothers or like
Oh, horrible! Like
he's got no choice.
End of the day, he made it very clear, and it's a good question. He made it very clear when the reporter said to him, "So next week you're going to be dropping players." He goes, "Where am I going to get the players from? I'm going to go to all age A to get some
Yeah,
players.
they-
we
there's
don't
no
have
more
the
players.
players."
They're stretched
But
thin
the
right
Fago
now.
brothers are not first grade.
they're at all.
Sloan,
No offense.
Can you
Sloan
believe
is
they
gonna get
re-signed them?
No, they've re-signed one of them.
One of them, and they're
They've
talking
re-signed
about
one.
the other one. Holla, they're talking on TV about the
Blake
other one.
Lawrie.
Shout out to you, Issa. Blake Lawrie, here you go.
Blake Lawrie.
These are the names he mentioned
Blake
to me.
Lawrie,
Fred looks
cuz.
a little bit like
No, cuz, have you seen the photo with the bucket hat? The bucket hat
Oh,
with
yeah,
me
yeah,
wearing
yeah.
a bucket hat. It's
That's
like,
sensitive.
cuz, wallah, I saw it. I'm like, bro, that's me. My mate sent it to me. It was in the paper. I'm like, that's me, cuz he's wearing a Dragons bucket
Let me
hat.
tell you, by far the worst forward I've seen in 10 years.
This year he's bad.
This year,
Last year, wallah, he was
on
good.
another level. This year, he can't make 2 meters. He
He's
disgusts
so-
me.
he's
He disgusts me.
He's the
Seeing him
slowest
start,
player in the
he
NRL.
kills me.
He's the slowest player.
He kills me. So
Oh,
You remember last year, it was on like a try tear, bro. He was scoring like...
He didn't score his 3 and then he scored 3 in like 4
Four games.
Four
he
games,
definitely
bro.
put money on sports bet.
Yeah.
So, oh, $51 did he tell me? Like,
Yalla, put a ashra.
Do you reckon Alex Bell was putting money on himself? Just chucking a Sandra Tonali, bro? Before,
If he was putting money on himself, he'd be broke, right?
Yeah.
He took him long enough to
We're trying to get
one.
Max King on the bandwagon. I told Max King, bro,
He hasn't
hurry up.
scored
He hasn't
yet.
scored a try yet for us. I don't know if he scored for Melbourne, but
Hey,
for
but
us.
he's a good player at least.
Yeah,
Different.
but I was having this argument with Johnny last year. Blake Lawrie, Max King. He's like,
but-
Max King's below
Cause
average.
wallah, I
I'm
see-
like, bro, listen, I'm not like tooting Max King's horn.
Yeah.
He's not unbelievable. I'm not. He's not Payne Haas.
He's
or-
solid.
but he's
He's so
fucking
good.
solid. And rugby league isn't about getting X factor talent and the best of the best everywhere. You need good players around them bro, to do everything else.
Yeah,
like
Need-
and Max King, cause we were bad.
very solid,
Cause we were
very
bad last year. Like,
No, 'cause
we were bad. Cause our pack was like Sbele. Like we had a half a player in Pangai Junior. Wallah, he used to play half. He used to go out there in 50%, chase a tackle, then just forget it. I'll just cash out.
But you need the hard-working players, the guys that like get stuff done. I think he's above solid now, bro. I think
No,
he's
I think he's
actual. I think he's an actual like great prop.
Yeah, I think that as well. I don't think he's below a great prop. But then I was having this with Blake Lawrie.
Yeah.
I'm like, cuz I don't hate Blake Lawrie, but come on, let's be real.
Yeah.
Let's have a conversation because it's not right what you're saying.
The problem with NRL fans, and to be honest with you, the problem is with most Dragons and Dogs fans is they're one-eyed.
I
They
get
only
that.
see one thing. For me, honestly, I'm completely different.
We can't be like that, but
Because if my team is I'm going to call them out on it. If they're good, they're good. If
That's the best way to be, but-
Because they deserve. But you talk to some people because they watch another game.
Yeah.
They're watching another game. You got to be real, because
Chaos Sports from Wish, bro. They're watching
Blake
Lawrie
Lawrie
score.
last year, I had to admit, I said, you know what? He's having a good year. I never liked him from the start. But this year, because I don't want to see him on that field.
Well, he's worse than he was before last season.
That's right. Exactly right. Exactly right.
Chris is losing all.
I don't want to see him on the field ever again.
Yeah,
I don't even want to see him at the tuck shop getting a sausage roll.
No, cousin. Look,
How about the villain? I love the
The
villain.
villain, I love him, but his time's up. And we've just
You think
re-signed
so?
him for 1 year. His time.
No, I think he's still got a year in him, wallah. Because he
Yeah,
didn't play a lot of footy. He missed a lot
he
of footy.
still has a year in him, but maybe at the Tigers, cuz. Not at the
Well,
Dragons.
Souths were after him pretty hard, to be honest.
Did he re-sign him at Dragons?
Yeah, 1 year.
One more year.
Yeah.
I would have taken him.
He's good. I won't lie. He's a great player, because for me, I need new energy.
Because
I need
he's
new
you
young
need new
talent.
heads. He's been there for 10 years, bro.
He won't go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
'Cause
It is.
I-
have been, wallah. If you
Wallah,
look at
the-
it, it's a bit ma'afen.
We've been rotating the same players, because that's the problem. We need with a new coach, you need a whole new team.
And I
But,
think he needs his time. as
but
well.
what you need is what the Dogs were able to clear out every 2-3 years because they only sign guys 2-3 years. That's it. Like you guys, they
These are doing
play
Todd
good
Bowley
one. They
contracts.
play good 1 year. You re-sign them for 4 years, bro. You know
Todd
what I mean?
Bowley in that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. But then they'd sign 15 wingers, 17 centers, and then they'll have 3 props on the whole roster.
And we still don't have a good goalkeeper.
And you'll still
Yeah.
start fair guy.
Yeah. All right. And Fine will still be there. Because here's the thing, right? And this is the big thing that I like. It's not even. I know you guys will come good when you flush out the deadwood. You sign deadwood players, but here's the thing. What are your thoughts on Jacob Little? Do you think he's had a season.
I think it's been amazing.
I think it's been spectacular,
I
right?
agree.
Yeah, I know what you're going to ask me. Why are we getting caught?
Exactly.
Let me tell you something.
33 is no, but 30. How much money is he on? I don't know how much he's on. Is it?
Well,
700.
well, Cook, half of his contract is getting paid regardless by the former
Rabbits.
club.
Okay, well, that's
why
all
wouldn't
right.
you take him?
Yeah,
You
true.
also need to remember that Little can't play 80 minutes every week.
Yeah, and he gets injured a lot.
That's exactly
So,
right.
but
the
would you start,
rotation, I would start Little.
Yeah.
Because Cook off the bench with his speed, he still has that speed.
Would be insane.
Zippy, man.
Because the biggest problem is, why did we get Cook when we had him 10 years ago?
Yeah.
And you guys had him also.
Because
Yeah,
us.
we're the
At
ones.
his peak.
He broke because we had a finals run with him, bro.
I know.
You know what I mean?
And
Cause
we
like,
let go of him for that bloke.
AJIBEHS and Michael Leisha.
Michael Leisha.
Like
Oh, was it
Michael
Leisha you
Leisha.
let him
Cause
go?
No. Not only did we let
I
him
seen Michael
go.
Leisha out once. Yeah, and I was like, and this year he got sacked from what's his name? What was that coach, bro?
Dean Pay.
Dean Pay. He's like, fucking Dean Pay is a girl. This guy is right. I'm like, wallah, we loved you. I wish you stayed. But like, get out of my face because we lost Damien Cook because of it.
No. Damien, Michael Innes. We swapped Michael Innes for him, and then Michael Innes wins a comp, and then we lose Damien. We had Damien Cook run through. Damien Cook.
Damien Cook with us before you? Or
He was with you before. He was with you before us, but I think he played like one first grade
You
game.
didn't
For
want
you.
him, but you really didn't
Then
want him.
then he got a run up because I think Michael got hurt, and he just killed it. And we made 2015 finals with him because
That was
he
not
was
normal,
scoring. He was scoring.
I
left,
still
right,
like Cook.
centre.
Wallah. I still think like the team like that you're rebuilding, you need a player like him. Wallah.
100%.
You need an experienced player in that position because like look at Appy at the Tigers, cuz. Like, I know Appy's. I don't know if you can say he's in his prime, but you know he was unbelievable at Penrith, unbelievable at wherever he was before at Souths. But now he's a bit old, but he's still good, cuz. He still has an impact on the team. So when the heads drop and Ben Hunt's trying to yell at 6 people, you got Cook there, you got Val Holmes.
You got some experience,
So you
cuz,
need some experience.
I don't
I'll
mind
re-
the signing.
but the deadwood players I'm really referring to is your Fertilla Mariners, your New Brunswick. I don't know why you're hunting for players that were literally the worst players on the worst team I've ever seen in my life. Because Raymond, like we had him for nearly a decade. Cuz.
I loved him as well.
Wallah, we had him for nearly a decade. We nursed him through all the injuries, cuz. The crying and the performances that he came up with last year, I could not believe my eyes, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't understand how he was a player that you identified as someone you wanted to bring over. He's been all right at times this year, but for the most part, he's like you guys are lazy, man. You guys will have a good 20-minute stint, and then the next 40 minutes, cuz it's like I've never seen.
like you sleep and wake
I've
up.
actually never seen a team 3 minutes into a half. With zero line speed like this and be in the 8. Like line speed is for me, I'm a big line speed guy, bro. That's how I look.
Show us the line speed.
I got my ACL's good now. My ACL's good now. But from a top 8 team, I honestly think you guys have one of the worst line speeds I've ever seen in my life.
I couldn't agree
And
more.
this is why you cop so many line breaks that Sloan has to clean up. And he's actually when he can actually utilize his speed, he's all right. Like if somebody makes a line break from the 40, Sloan actually most of the time sniffs it out. I know the defensive issues you're talking about. When you're on your line, he's bad. He's bad when you're on your line. But
because he's got one job as a fullback to defend.
yeah,
You can't.
You're not convincing Chris
you
today, bro.
can't
because he's
score-
Matt Duffy. He's Matt Duffy.
He's Matt Duffy.
He's Matt
Yeah,
Duffy.
Wallah, I hate
because
that
you
bloke.
can't score 6 tries in the game but concede 17.
Yeah, but because it's the whole thing. It's like, all right, I can't single-handedly blame just Sloan. It's because of your lack of line speed, it makes his job 50 times hard.
Team
50
sport,
times
man.
Because
harder.
we've got the likes of Leilua, Jack Bird, Ravalawa, who stands on the other wing for no reason. 'Cause they don't get off their line.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen the first try that Eels scored.
Yeah,
They walk straight past Jack Bird, cuz, and he's on his line. Cuz, step up. How are you going to make a tackle if you're standing on the line?
Cuz, can I just say one thing? You've got the kid on the bench, right? The kid's on the bench. How after 2 Ravalawa knock-ons, and how do you just say, all right, cuz Jack Bird is at 6, is not working. Hook Ravalawa, move one of the Fine brothers to the wing, or move Lomax to the wing and put Jack Bird at centre. Because Jack Bird at centre at times this year has looked all right. Defensively especially, even though... But at 6, cuz I don't know why. I know Flanagan's gone, but...
But to be honest, like it's been hard. Like without Flanagan, I wasn't expecting Flanagan to have such a big impact.
I did.
Yeah.
I expected it, bro.
No, we both did.
I
to
said
be
he
honest.
just needs to get it with his dad, bro. I said if we got Shane Flanagan, we'll save a lot of money on because there's the halfback market, or the half market's hard. Cause if we got Shane and we have his son, Like I don't see why he can't hit his ceiling. But I don't think Shane Flanagan Cole is like unbelievable.
No, he's not. But he does his
you
job.
Need you need dogs.
He's
in your
tough,
team,
bro.
He does his job.
Yeah, you need some like rabid dogs with like rabies that bite into people's
I don't know why
noses.
he started biting people. It's not,
But look, well, I can't really look. With the nose is shoved in your face. Some people are gonna bite, some people are not. It depends how the level of rabies they have.
Yeah, but I was
He was frothing at the mouth after, you know.
I was
a bit
saying to
worried for
Dragons
Critter.
fans like, I get it, but it happens 50 times in a game. So like,
100%.
you gotta just let it go, man. There's no point of sticking up.
Shit ends up in people's mouths, bro. It's how rugby league is, man.
Just a quick message for the season and for next year for Dragons. Just heck, whatever you want, just get it off your brain.
Honestly, this year's been a lot better than what people expected. Everyone tipped us to get the spoon, so I'm happy with where we are. I didn't want us to make the 8. I promise you. Ask anyone that actually knows me the last couple of weeks.
False hope.
I didn't want us to make the 8 because we would have got absolutely slapped, and it's not good. I didn't want to make the 8. First of all, I didn't want to make the 8 because I knew we were going to verse the Dogs.
That's the worst.
I'm not going through that because I've been through it twice already.
losing to the it's like losing to the Dogs
In
or
the finals?
losing to the Dogs in the finals because they're not would not
Because
for
we
10
haven't
years.
experienced that. And when was the last time we made the finals together?
Never.
Yeah.
And versed each other, I'm saying.
Yeah, I can't
You
remember
know?
the last
That's
time.
what we
bro.
always speak about. We're like, listen, bro. I know we
Like, I
hate
think
each
the
other,
last
but
time we knocked
let's
you
put it
out.
back- let's be serious. Imagine we both go to the finals together. Wow.
Nah, I'd live in Lebanon if we don't.
Yeah, what? Because
Never come back.
there's people that watch my streams in Lebanon, cuz, alright? So you're probably.
I'll be one of those. guys
Hectic
watching.
Fred.
Nah, I'm honestly, I'm really excited for the future with Flanagan. I know we'll have him for a couple of years, and I definitely, like, without a doubt, I know we'll be in the 8 next year. I know hands down.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna bring in some talent. I know. I've got so much faith in Flanagan because he gives me Bennett vibes. Right? It gives me the time when Bennett came to the Dragons, and to be honest with you, we should have won 4 years in a row with Bennett, but Dragons refused to pay him. Bennett wanted, I think he wanted 3 or 4 years. We only wanted to give him 2 years. Bro, this bloke just won us the first.
As if you don't lock him down, bro.
In 700 years, and we said no. But it's clear that if there's a new vision, Flanagan will make the changes. You can see to be honest, if Serraldo wins Coach of the Year, but Flanagan's a close second. Not because, the fence and shit, we get that, but from where people thought we were going to be to where we are, right? No one expected the Dragons other than
I
loyal
don't
Dragons.
think, think it's close. I think he's second. I don't think it's close, but because
Cuz-
Oh, no, it's
No,
not
no.
close.
because
It's
we
not
were
close.
Khara last year.
Bennett's winning Coach of the Year, by the way. So
he won't.
He will.
No.
Sorry, not Bennett.
Serraldo.
Bellamy.
Bellamy?
Bellamy's going to win Coach of the Year.
You reckon?
100%.
Why?
Because he's first. And
Doesn't matter
the
'cause
same
if
thing
you're
happened
first.
2021. Des Hasler, 100% Coach of the Year. He coached Manly from out of the 8 to top 4. And then he still didn't win. And
You reckon?
so, and if Serraldo, if
That's a good take, but
no, he's gonna win it again. He always wins it, bro. Bellamy
Because they have a team.
Bellamy does not even want to win it. He doesn't even want to have to say a speech.
yeah, he's hating life right now. He's got too many of them.
Can you tell me there's a better spine than that Melbourne spine?
Yeah, because the spine was never playing. Like they've had Wishart in the spine.
I wish it's good. I'll take him.
Yeah, Wishart.
what do we say?
You, 100%.
What did we say?
There are some
I said the
teams that
Dragons
should
should
take
up-
him.
Take him,
I said the
bro.
Dragons should open their eyes because I wasn't a fan of him, bro. Like, bro, you watch him week in, week out because no Munster.
Well, but they
No
had
Pappenhausen.
No Pappenhausen for half the season. No Munster half the season. Grant was missing through Origin. Like Tyrone Hughes is the only mainstay guy that was there,
And you can play him
and
anywhere.
and
right?
that's
player,
why he
man.
should get Dally M, in my opinion. Even though I don't think that he will, because the way the NRL awards are stuffed, right? But it's not even close. He should win Dally M,
Yeah,
but he won't.
yeah.
I don't know why.
They're gonna chuck what they did to Shaun Johnson, bro.
Tommy Turbo's going to win Dally M this year.
100%.
I think so.
reckon
With
Turbo
the
will
broken
I think,
shoulder. and
I
broken-
think Turbo Tedesco will win.
I think
over
Teddy.
Jerome
I think
Hughes.
Teddy will win it. Wallah. I think because they snubbed him in Origin, I think they'll give him something. I don't know, man. Legend
Teddy
of the
hasn't
game.
been that good, bro.
I don't think it's been that good. I think, but Turbo the last 10 weeks since he got hurt, since he came back from injury,
Oh, yeah,
he's
he's been the best.
absolute.
Who's the most consistent player in the season? For me, I straight away think Jerome Hughes.
Yeah,
I
For
can't
sure,
see
no, it's-
anyone that's been better than Jerome Hughes.
Yeah.
He's obviously going to get 7 of the year, but I can't think of anyone.
Yeah.
How
yeah.
can he not win that?
Lawrie was going good, but the problem with Lawrie is
Has to
when
play
he
7.
when Cleary was playing with him, Cleary would have taken 3 max points from a lot of those games.
100%. And
Yeah.
Origin, yeah.
Fuck
Yeah,
that
but
Origin.
Jerome had no Origin, no nothing. But neither, like Turbo. The thing with Turbo is he knows how to get Dally M points. That's why. Like this guy is the
He just
master
pops
of
up, grabs him.
This
He
guy
also
won
knows how
Dally
to
M.
get
This
injured.
guy won Dally M, but he didn't get injured that much this year. Especially the back end of the year, cuz I know he got injured now, but he probably still gets
taken it
three or 4 points from last week's game, like the Dogs game. So
Insane.
I think he's a smoky to win it, but I think he had to finish. He had to be playing next week.
Boys, Shaun Johnson. What a moment.
What a way to go out,
What
huh?
a way to go out.
What a
Honestly,
man.
let's have a few words for Shaun Johnson. I'll start. What a guy. I've said this probably 2-3 weeks in a row, but I really don't care how many times you're going to hear it, because this bloke is just... Because he made you feel like a kid when you watched him. He gave you the joy of watching a bloke do a step and a shimmy and a flick, and his mullet was flicking around. Because it's like Benji vibes, you know what I mean? And he's the guy that had to, after Benji, I don't know if you want to say step it up, but after Benji, be like, look at me, bro, I'm fun to watch. And everyone started watching. So shout out to Shaun Johnson. I think they were losing the game by a lot, right?
Yeah, 22-4.
Yeah,
22-4 against the
Halftime,
Sharks.
while are they down tools?
Against his old club, right? Away, where he used to play for them,
Yeah.
right? And just magic fairy tales, cuz. I mean, tell me about that fairy tale in the end.
Dude,
'cause
I did not see a comeback coming at all. All right, and I know this has been like the
they
comeback.
cooked the script writers, brother. They cooked
Guys,
this
that
week.
was like fairy tale shit, bro. And I'm so happy for him because while they look like going into halftime, they're down tools. They got one call, went against them. Nah, don't want to talk. Don't want to play anymore because they had like a 50-meter run. It got called back because there was a penalty, right?
And they got dirty.
And they got dirty, and then they conceded like 2 tries in 5 minutes after that. And they were cooking, like Sharks were cooking, and then they scored, and then a sin bin happened. I'm like, okay, now something can happen. And
Let him cook.
Shaun was starting to feel the energy, cuz you know when they like the aura. I could see the aura coming off him, cuz.
The lights
Like-
were shining, lad.
Cuz, yeah, and oh man, it was just so damn good. He masterminded that one in my opinion. He got him home in his last game of the season, and
That's crazy.
I'm happy
how,
for him, bro.
Well,
That's
that's
like-
crazy how sports works, bro.
Yeah, like I'm happy for him. I love Shaun Johnson, but for me, his career, it is filled with disappointment.
Yeah.
because
100%.
he hasn't won anything.
Yeah.
Right, and I think if he was in a better team, if he wasn't as loyal as he remained his whole career, he would definitely have won a competition. If he went to the Roosters,
Oh, the
for a
Roosters
couple
would
of
have. The
years-
Roosters probably tried to sign him so many times,
Yeah,
bro.
and
Cuz-
that's what I think what's a bit upsetting, because he deserves a premiership. He deserves not to go out and win a game. He deserves to actually go out and have won a premiership. But the Warriors are just the Warriors. I don't think they'll ever win anything.
Yeah, because the fact that
No,
he
last
made
year
a
was
grand
their best
final
chance.
is like sorry, I know a lot of people will disagree with me, but when you carry a team like the to a grand final, that's a championship in itself, in my opinion. Yeah, right, like because it's the Warriors, because they never win, they rarely ever get close to winning, and he gave them 2 legit hopes of winning a title. All right, one with James Maloney, one where he was leading the charge. You know what I mean? Because I think they made the semis last year. No one was expecting it. That
At
was
all, yeah.
he will be remembered for a lot of good. But yeah, I wish he had like a Dally M or something. You know what I mean?
Robbed off one, of course.
Because a lot of not a lot of people remember how crap the Warriors were before.
Last year he carried
I
it.
gotta ask, Hall of Famer potential and Immortal.
0% chance of Immortal. 0. Like you can't get like 0.
I think
But
he's a
Hall of Famer, 100%. Hall of Famer, I think he's a player that everybody, like, he's super iconic. He done a lot for the game. He was a very good player for a long time. And
He carries a country on his shoulders too. So like
Yeah, people don't understand that, bro.
Yeah, everyone knows in New Zealand rugby league because of Shaun Johnson. You got to remember, rugby league isn't the main sport in New Zealand. It's rugby
union,
union.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's put him on the map. Immortal, no chance, right? You got to go to another level to become an immortal.
yeah, there's like 20 players that can become an Immortal.
100%.
Yeah,
Like
there's
past and present
Yeah.
in my
The only reason I said Immortal is because of Woody.
yeah.
no.
Not off
Bruh,
the,
he-
like playing.
like-
we know how good he is, but he's
'cause he
saying like
didn't-
influence and impact.
No. He didn't do more for New Zealand than Stacey Jones did, and Stacey Jones isn't an Immortal.
How about Benji?
Benji again, he's not an Immortal.
He's a Hall of
No, I'm
Famer.
talking about.
He's a 100% Hall of Famer, but because Stacey Jones for the Warriors, he
That's
like
go.
I was telling my barber about this, and like he's a big Kiwis fan, big Kiwi in general, all right, and he believes like we didn't rename a stadium for
nothing.
for Stacey Jones, bro,
Oh,
or Simon Mannering. Like, where's their stadium? Where's their stadium name? It's a nice gesture,
Yeah.
but like.
Can I
He
make
felt like there was more
claim?
impactful players for New Zealand than Shaun, but Shaun was impactful for the culture, cuz, for football. In
And
New
sometimes,
Zealand.
brother, the culture is more important than everything.
Yeah.
What was your?
I got an immortal claim because I got two Dogs fans in front.
Let's
of me. This
go,
one's
bro.
a beauty.
Yeah, he's
This
an
one's a
immortal,
beauty.
cuz. Put
An
him in. He's an
immortal
immortal.
in my eyes. Yeah, Jamie Soward.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, Immortal for Immortal
Cuz
for
we're humble. We brought a Dragons fan on. He was doing good.
Immortal.
Hey,
Aid him
you
that
weren't
bloke.
there at that game when
I wasn't at the game, but
Like
Bernie.
I was 9-10 years old, cuz, and he's doing the shuffle in front of Greg Eastwood. I cried, bro. I cried, and I know if I see him one day, all right. I think he's actually like some of my stuff. I love this.
He's
I love
a
him. What a
legend,
player,
Nah,
cuz,
what
by
a
the
player.
way.
You know
Wallah,
he
what
got
a
sacked
player.
today. You know he got sacked
For the coaching job.
Why?
I was gonna say the next thing I was gonna say he's an immortal for WNRL coaching, but then he just got sacked.
He's gone. He got sacked today.
Cuz
Are they doing bad or something, or just?
Yeah, no, they come in a game, man.
Yeah, they come in a
But he's
game.
still an immortal in my eyes.
Yeah.
Nah,
it's
I-
an immortal in your
'cause I
eyes,
used
the
to
same
love-
way Hazem's an immortal in ours. you know
Because
what
I used to
mean?
love Jamie South because he was like this little guy that will just make shit happen.
Yeah.
And his kick, he used to kick and he used to have that little routine on kicking.
But can I tell you something about Jamie Soward? There's one thing that upsets me about him. Even though we won the comp with him, grand final, he was right in front of me. I said, Jamie, can I have your headgear?
Yeah, he said no.
Nah, it's customer. I was dirty.
That's
I was-
Straight up
I was dirty.
Mark
Cuz
I was dirty. Because I would have made money off that.
Yeah, you were gonna sell it, bro. He probably you just look like someone that's gonna sell it. That's why I didn't give it to you. He probably gave it to some kid, and you're like, hey. But here's the thing with I remember I got a thing. I got a story about Jamie Soward. So Nick Stav, you'd surely know Nick Stav, right? Nick Stav's a big Dragons fan. Jamie Soward is like his idol, yeah, and a real idol. So when I loved him. So I'm like, cuz it's his birthday. His birthday's in August, right? I think it's August or 8th of August or something. And I'm like, cuz, you know what? I saw Jamie Soward on Swish. I'm like, I'm gonna get him a birthday message from Jamie Soward. It's like $70. Who cares? And I feel so bad because I did it and he watched on stream. I was hyping it up for a month because I got it a month before, so I didn't forget. Because someone else got him a Swish from Jamie Soward, but he saw it after my one. So I wasted it. So he got two Swish messages from Jamie Soward showing off the ring. And everything.
Hey, can I just say, I got a dirty example of what's happened. My brother, he got married around 8 years ago, and his missus, my sister-in-law, she's a Bulldogs fan. Fortunately, I don't know.
It always clashes, eh?
There's always a problem
It's
with
always
living in
fun,
these
bro.
households, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway, so for my brother's wedding, and I'm going to post a video about it. It was around 10 years ago. I actually got the Dragons mascot to come.
Oh, no way.
But when I hit up the Bulldogs, I said, listen, you know, my sister-in-law, she's a Dogs fan. Can I get the mascot? They're like, no, we can't insurance. I go, bro, but I've got the Dragons mascot. At least bring him, let him punch on and stuff like that. They wouldn't allow it. So to whoever runs the Bulldogs channel, just remember, I'm going to need that Bulldogs mascot for my wedding in 3 months. So if you're watching, please. We ended up getting that guy, the Wolverine guy.
Yeah.
He ended up coming to the wedding. So I had both of them come
Just
out.
punching on.
And they were punching on. It was pretty good.
That's
bro.
actually
So-
mad, bro. No one really
so-
does that thing.
so I'll
Things
put
like
it
that.
out. I'll put a video about it. I'll get some.
Tag
of
the Bulldogs, bro. They watch our stuff, so they'll probably see your shit, bro.
So
They'll get in
shout
touch
out,
with him.
man. Hopefully we can get it for my wedding.
Nah, my brook as well for whenever the wedding happens, my brother.
My bro.
Boys, speak about the Chooks, the Roosters. Last thing we'll speak about before we just start yarning, but bro,
Just like that.
I was just like that. Yeah, basically, just like that. Sam Walker. Listen, when you lose Sam Walker, for me, it's gone.
The season's over.
Well, it's done.
100%.
Because, bro, we seen what happened when they were blaming Cooper Cronk for training him, and then he was out of the squad, and Roosters were like, but Roosters were just shit. And then this year, guys, he's been on one, wallah. He's been chip chasing, flicking
Since he
balls.
came back, he's been on one. But
Try assists, brother. He's just defensively good. Everything. He's been unbelievable for them. Then he goes with an ACL. Instantly knew, serious knee injury. I'm like, it's an ACL because no one's
you
reported.
knew straight away,
No, and
cuz.
he knew straight away. And then you got Brendan Smith, hip drop, gets. I think he's
an ACL too.
as well. The Roosters have a thing with ACLs. And then Radley gets. I don't know when Radley will be back, but
No, he's gone.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
it.
Radley's gone
Basically,
The whole season, all of them.
and then I think it was the Guru who came out and said that he doesn't think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know who said this, but I think it was the Guru. He said the Roosters won't win a game this season. Like that's it. They won't win another game.
Oh, I agree.
And because as crazy as it sounds to see them in second or third place, I'm like, it might be right. Because everyone has to, like, Manu has to become this unbelievable player. And
He has not looked
So-
good since coming back. He
So
has
who
not looked
steps
himself.
up? Manu goes to 6.
No, I think I'll get Sandon Smith.
I think they get Sandon Smith. But what I'm saying is, as a team, because Sam Walker was filling that void for X Factor and he's doing unbelievable things, I'm not saying the Roosters were shit. Players like that take the limelight a lot. Now Manu, Teddy, they have to really step it up, cuz. And I think Setilia has to be like, you know, that player that just does for them and it happens for them to get any sort of result. Bro.
Well, he has been really good, but the last
Cecilia's
few
been
weeks.
very good,
And
bro.
look, I'm not.
I've always rated
Big
him.
signing for them.
They're a momentum.
People don't realise
cuz.
that as well, wallah.
They're a momentum team, cuz. Well, they actually like when people doubt the Roosters. That I hate the Roosters. You know how much the most hated team in NRL, them and Parramatta for me because of what my mum did to me. Scarred me for life as a kid. All right, and Sonny Bill too. Still, Anyways,
Battle up and battle scars, battle wounds.
yeah, that's the blood's starting to
Started dripping.
Because the thing with them is they're a momentum team. They're very tight knit group, bro. They rally behind each other, bro, and they love when they're the underdog. Cuz they did it last year. They nearly beat Melbourne.
Yeah.
Lost in the last 2 minutes of the game to Willie Wolford Warbrick, you know. Because here's the thing, right? I think they'll win. I hope we don't we probably are gonna verse them. If they don't verse us, because we beat them once this year, and
They're gonna be on revenge, bro.
because
They got no one really, but
I don't think with
You'd
I think
wanna verse
I think
Roosters.
without Sam Walker we can beat them. But the problem that lies is their forward pack is still intact from after Char'd comes back. They still got an unbelievable forward pack. Like they're made for finals with that forward pack. If they verse a team like Manly or if they verse the Cowboys, well, are they going to nick their Cowboys? That's what I think.
You reckon?
I think they'll beat the
even
team.
without Sam Walker,
Because without Sam Walker, because
finals
when Sam Walker's missing and it's Kiri and Sandon Smith, Kiri actually plays better. And I know I've seen Kiri do this before. I know it was years ago, but I just feel like they just know how to G up for these games, bro. So I don't think they'll win a game I think they'll win this week. For sure they'll win this week against Souths.
Yeah.
So
They got Souths this week?
But they got Souths this week. I know Souths will be wanting this, but they're going to pump Souths. I'm telling you, it won't even be close.
Yeah.
It won't even be close. They'll lose to Penrith. All right. Because they always lose to Penrith. They can't beat Penrith or Melbourne.
Shout out Hainsey.
I think the last time they beat one of those teams was like the field goal from Latrell Mitchell or some shit.
Oh, well.
You know that? I think that's the
That's a
last
long
time they
time
beat
ago,
Melbourne,
bro.
cuz.
1 in 20 games.
One out of their last 20
That's
cunts.
fucking insane, bro.
So I genuinely think that was the one, the way he kicked the field goal. All right. I
Long
might be
time
wrong.
ago,
I
too.
might be wrong. Rando, no, that's a Rando
Rando
stat.
sort us out.
It's a Rando stat, cuz. But that second round, I think if they verse a team like the Cowboys where they're really light in the middle, they'll probably cop. I think they can get a win. Because the thing is they're battle tested. This whole team is battle tested.
Yeah, wallah they
They're
go.
made for those finals. I know it was a hot take segment, yeah, from Guru, but and I do see it. For me, I've doubted the Roosters plenty of times in the past because they've been in this situation the last 4 years, cause where right before finals they cop and lose everybody.
ACLs everywhere.
I'm starting to worry about this because if it happens 1 or 2 years in a row, you just say, had on bad luck. Cause this is 4 years in a row, cause now where I don't know what they're doing in training. I don't know if it's something that the way they play, cause they're breaking down back in the
luck
year.
too, bro. Like
It
even
is
in a
bad luck.
tackle.
The Sam Walker, because you can. It's also I feel like conditioning, bro. All right, whether they're working too hard, putting too much stress. The Sam Walker one was very awkward. All right, but it's beyond just a coincidence for me. Like I think you got to point.
There's
something wrong.
Yeah.
There's something that they're doing wrong.
I've never seen more injuries than this year. Or for all teams.
Yeah.
All teams, concussions, injuries, leg injuries.
Yeah, bro. What,
it's
Melbourne
crazy.
missed
Nah,
out
two
fucking heaps.
years ago there was like
Yeah, there was that one season
the
when-
first year
First
the
time they
first
did the
year
set
of the
restarts.
set restarts,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
ACL century.
But that's because there wasn't stoppages in the game,
Yeah.
right? And it
Boom.
was just too quick.
Yeah.
It's too
Players are
quick.
going.
So they weren't used to
But
it.
you can even though it's an unlucky because I did mine, cuz bro. If you just land bad one time, I was gassed at the end of my final, cuz I didn't want to get blocked by my mate. Land wrong, that's it. 3 years I haven't played. 2.5 years I haven't played like that.
Scary, bro.
It's AIDS, bro. It's terrible to rehab this shit. But if I was better conditioned, it wouldn't have happened. If I didn't weigh so much at the time, it wouldn't have happened. If I wasn't playing 3 sports a week, it probably wouldn't have happened, right? It's happening too much to the Roosters specifically. The last 4 years, they had like one of the worst injury years a few years ago, and it still continues. And it's always towards the back end of the year, especially where they lose all these players. I can't help but think there's something that they're doing that is different from other teams that causes their players to break down. Maybe it's the way they play. Maybe it's the workloads that are expected from certain players. Like I know Victor Raleigh gets through a lot of work, But it's Victor Radley specifically. He cops it every year.
Yeah, he cops it 3
and
times
he's
a year.
playing
wallah.
back. He's
Suspensions
playing,
and injuries as well,
He's
bro.
been playing back row a lot of year compared to a lock. It's a lot less work playing in the back row.
Yeah, on the edge a bit.
All right, I'm surprised that it happened to him this year. I thought they were moving him to an edge because number one, to give him a break during the regular season. Number two, because they have Nafaru White. You know what I mean?
To pack him in the middle.
Like they got some guys that can play lock, but it's tough. Like I don't, because since Travis left, injuries galore. And we had Travis last year. All of our players got injured because they had the work they were doing the year before, the years prior, and what the work they were doing last year was not normal. It was
not
the
close.
biggest. So they were all breaking down because they weren't conditioned properly. Now you could see the work that they've done over the last 2 pre-seasons and all last season.
They're catching
We
up
are
now.
super fit. And we've been relatively healthy this year compared to some other players.
Yeah,
the only
we have.
players that are really getting injured is Addo Carr, which is all like
It's just
I think-
you can't escape those injuries.
like
but
Addo Carr starting to get up there with age, and he's just getting a bit unlucky. And
I
it's
think he lands it, bro.
the boys in the middle because they're playing big minutes. We're
Just getting
requiring
belted.
them to do a lot. They're just getting belted, but the guys out wide, they're not really. We haven't really copped that many injuries this year.
Nah, they've been very lucky actually. The Dogs this year with
it's
But
scary when you
it is some of it is luck, but I do think they've really worked hard, and the training sort of plan that we have is creating players that.
Yeah, but this
At the end of the day, cause it's when you are tired, you have a way higher risk of getting injured.
100%.
That's why they're moving towards because I'm doing my ACL rehab now, and I'm gonna start this thing where because they're literally getting people to answer questions as they're doing their workouts, right? Because when you're tired, your brain's not working properly. So if you can strengthen that connection between your brain and what's going on, and you can stay like because I injured mine because I lost concentration for like that. You know what I mean?
Wow, bro.
1 second.
Connects your. It's
Literally, I stopped.
It's
My
like a
brain
consciousness,
brain wasn't working for 0.5 seconds, and I didn't know where my legs were. And there you go, 2.5 years no basketball. But they're getting better at working out how to get them stronger and how to stop them from happening. The amount of ACLs that happen now,
in just 6 months, you're good.
it's a lot quicker rehab because they've gotten a lot better. It's down to a science now how to get players back quickly. You know what I mean? But
Roosters, man. Chris, what do you
fucking
reckon?
rough, bro.
They don't win a game.
I don't think they win a game. I think they lose this week. And to be honest, they'll probably rest some players this week because what's the point, right? Did they make it?
They're already there anyway. They'll be good. Like they're in the top 4.
Yeah, but they could. I think but if Sharks win, then they're 4th, and they're going to versus Melbourne.
Ooh, away as well.
So it's gonna be away either way, I believe, because there's no way they lose to the Titans. Wait, are you playing in Gold Coast? Yeah, no, there's no way they lose. The hot box maybe, but not.
I do think they have the best forward pack in the game. To be honest, with
The
you. Best
Roosters?
forward pack,
Not normal,
and
bro.
when their back line is alive and
Oh.
not injured, you can't beat them.
Nah,
I don't know
nah.
how they fit them under that salary cap, which we know that they don't have one.
Yeah, and
we get that.
they got 7 million next year, bro.
But their 1 to 7 and their forward pack is not normal. Yeah,
You can't compete with them.
unbelievable. And that's why I actually tipped them. And you've probably seen the video like 2 months ago that Roosters was my team to win the comp, and my dark horse was the Dogs. To be honest with you, they're the teams that I had because obviously Penrith's Penrith, right? We know they're going to be there. Storm are going to be there. But I had Roosters there. I think they could beat anyone on their day. But now, after the weekend, I've written them off.
As well on my preseason predictions, or now looks. I had Storm out of the 8,
Yeah, this guy.
and then I had
He
Warriors
was
winning.
so
I had
arrogant
Warriors
about
winning
it.
the comp, bro.
Well, I actually
I had Para second.
I had Parra in my top 4.
Yeah,
I had Warriors in my top 4. That was the main one.
'Cause
I
that
had
was-
Dragons
yeah.
finishing 8th, and they've obviously just missed out.
I can't remember what I had used.
But my biggest one was I had.
Yeah,
the
Adam
Dogs.
second last.
No, I had Raiders second last.
Yeah, I had.
So
I had
now I'm
the,
not
Well,
gonna
they
go.
are pretty close.
Yeah, but
I had used like
they were
12.
better than second last.
I had the Dogs missing the 8. I had the Dogs
So
at
did I.
9.
Yeah.
I had Dragons at 8. But I got Parra right. I got Storm. Sorry, I got Parra. I got South.
You
right,
said Parra
missing the
will-
8. Yeah.
Wallah.
My video, check it on TikTok.
Wow.
I only got the
had
Tigers
them all.
right, cuz. I got the Tigers right.
I had Tigers to win the Spoon. Everyone had Tigers to win the
Man,
Spoon.
how do we
Wait,
know? We don't know yet.
More people had you to win
Wait,
the spoon
we-
than the Tigers.
We don't know yet,
I
cuz.
know, cuz. I know.
One
but-
sec, before we finish, Chris.
Yeah, 'cause that's what
spoon
we-
bowl. Who wins it? Quick stuff. Who wins
Tigers.
it? Tigers are gonna win the spoon.
No, Tigers are going to beat Eels.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
I think
so Parramatta is
if
gonna-
you have Eels in last.
I had Tigers to come last.
Yes, I'm. Look, man. Campbelltown, cuz.
Yeah, that's
Tigers are winning, cuz.
Sold out
Tigers
too,
are
bro.
winning.
Tigers will win.
Brother,
Parramatta will be winning and they'll blow the league.
Guys, I reckon Tigers should win and then come to Belmont and huffle with us.
Allah, I'm down.
Straight out, just bring them and have a
Cuz,
laugh.
have you
I
seen
went to
the
Belmont on Friday,
the cops,
cuz.
cuz.
There was no one there.
Obviously.
But there was cops on every single corner. We
Cuz,
didn't wait to stop.
everywhere
And
cops
we're like,
now.
Bro, we're like, hey, that lost, just go.
Get lost, go home, cuz. You never know, mate. These guys are hoons. Even if they lose, they'll celebrate.
Cuz, I went to Joe Bell's Cafe the other day
I seen, yeah.
and she told me that there's people getting fined left, right, and centre.
No
like
way.
they're
Parking.
no, cuz
Everything.
the horn.
We get a fine for honking the horn.
Yeah, you do, bro. It's
400
illegal.
bucks and like 3 demerit points.
illegal, bro.
They were nicking
well, that's
everyone left, front, center. They were every car that
You know
drove
why? You know why,
every
bro?
car
Well,
that
I'll
drove
tell you what,
past.
They have to do something because people live there, bro. They have to do something to stop it.
Yeah.
I get that, but this is what you want.
But no, but this is what we want. But the locals should understand. Like you live in this area. This is what's
There's
gonna
the
happen.
Bulldogs area.
Yeah, like wallah, if you find everyone, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because Blacks don't burn us in front of cops.
No, they wouldn't. I think. Look, in the finals, let it go. In regular season,
Yeah, relaxing.
Look, relax,
Haram,
guys.
people live there, bro. Wallah.
but if the cops are doing this in the for finals, bro,
Nah, they won't do it in
like,
finals,
Like
wallah.
80, like
Nah, I actually don't think they'll do
they'll-
the finals.
yeah.
So, boys, you don't think actually? So you think Tigers are not going to win the wooden spoon?
Yeah.
Parramatta are going to win the wooden spoon.
I think Parramatta.
One
will
last
win
question before we wrap up. Before we do our tips, right? Who's making the last spot in the 8? Quick stuff.
this. I know I said they're gonna miss the 8. I think it's gonna be Dolphins.
So you got Dolphins, Newcastle, Dragons, and Canberra.
I'm gonna go Newcastle. I think that even that winger Fletcher Sharp is a gun.
He's
Ponga's
a gun.
coming good. They're at home.
I
if
think-
if you're not gonna turn up at home at Newcastle,
You know they're gonna turn up, but
They're
I
gonna
just
turn up.
I can't doubt Wayne, bro. And
Yeah,
people
I'm the
were
same
saying
as
I
you.
was doubting his lineup last
I'm
week.
the same as you, bro.
I was making. I know I started the video with like what the. But
It's
I
always
wasn't
strange, bro.
doubting. I didn't see the proposed lineup changes. So when I saw the lineup that I thought was going to be there, and I looked at the game, I'm like, what the hell's this?
I've realised
This bloke's here. This bloke's here. It's because he just flipped the script.
Flip
Cuz.
Guardiola.
The element of surprise. Cuz I said the element of surprise.
He loves it, Bennett, bro.
You don't know what
Bennett
you're
is a guy.
defending. You don't know what you're
the greatest of
defending.
all
If
time.
you,
As a Dragons fan, where Bennett took us, we had an average team who he turned into legends.
He's the greatest
You
of
gotta
all time,
remember that.
cuz. He's the greatest of all time. Like,
He's not normal.
forget what he's done, cuz. Look at his age and look at people still want him. That's it. It's done. Boys, let's get into our tips quickly before we wrap up. First game of the round. Is well, I looked at you because I thought of the Dolphins. I don't know why. This guy hates the Dolphins. Broncos and Melbourne.
Melbourne.
I'm not watching that game. I probably will. I'm gonna go Mel. A lot of players being rested.
Nah, they're not resting him this weekend.
They're not.
They're not resting him. No.
We don't know till tomorrow,
Bellamy-
really, but-
Nah, Bellamy said they're not going to rest him.
needs him to, like, pick up a bit.
Okay. Then definitely Storm.
Because I'm going Melbourne anyway. Even if they rest all
Because
day.
they better
Storm
rest.
by 70.
They better rest Pappenhausen.
Hey, he only rested him when I had my super coach when I needed them to play that.
He
So you got
better rest
Melbourne,
Pappenhausen.
1 to 12?
Yeah, Melbourne 13 plus.
Melbourne 30 plus?
Melbourne 30.
I'm going Melbourne 30 plus as well. Tigers and Parra. Spoon Bowl.
Tigers.
Tigers 1 to 12.
Tigers
Last
1 to-
minute winner.
Tigers want to.
I'm going to go Tigers 13 plus, bro, straight up. After that win that the Parra got, cuz
Oh,
that's
yuck,
depletion.
bro.
So Souths and the Roosters.
I'm gonna go Roosters 13 plus here.
Has this fixture ever been this deflated in its life, cuz?
Yeah,
Like, no one cares
No,
about it.
not in a
one
long
cares.
time.
Souths.
No, Roosters 13 plus.
I'm going to go Roosters by 6.
Ooh, yeah, I'll go.
Forward pack, bro.
Shut up. I'll go Roosters by 12, 1 to 12. Dragons in Canberra. Chris, you go first.
Canberra.
Canberra.
confidence.
Canberra 13 plus,
Without
bro.
a doubt, bro. Canberra will probably. I reckon.
No, Elliot Whitehead.
Bro, hey, what happened?
Canberra by
What
No,
happened?
Elliot Whitehead.
Cuz, what happened to Jamal? Why didn't he play last week? Like yesterday.
Injured, I
was
think.
he injured?
Yeah, I seen
but
him in our
like,
office, yeah. I don't know what the injury
yeah,
was.
is it bad?
But... Nah, I don't think so.
If Jamal plays, I'm thinking 13 plus.
Okay, so you're going 13 plus?
Yeah.
Canberra by 26.
I'll go Dragons 1 to 12. I just feel like the game means nothing. They're just going to win it.
Yeah, but when there's 1 ounce of pressure on them, they lose. That's exactly why I don't like.
Dogs and Cowboys.
I'm gonna go Cowboys 1 to 12.
I'll go Dogs
Without
1 to
Matt
12.
Burton, bro, it's gonna be tough.
I'm going to go Dogs 1 to 12, bro.
I believe.
I'm being
Whatever the
delusioned.
dog picks.
Yeah,
Whatever the dog picks, bro.
Penrith and the Titans.
Panthers.
13 plus or 40 plus? 13 plus, right.
Panthers 13
Do we
plus,
see
yeah.
Cleary back anytime soon, quickly?
I think we should rest him for week 1, honestly, but
All right, so we're not going to see. Manly and Cronulla.
I'm gonna go Cronulla 1 to 12.
I'm going to go Cronulla 1 to 12.
No
I'm going to go Manly. I
turbo.
was so confident last week. No turbo. See you later. The last one, Newcastle and Dolphins. This one's for
My God, those Sunday games are good. My
Yeah,
goodness.
that's a good Sunday game, bro.
I had my mate's final. I was thinking of skipping it, but I don't know if I can.
Watch on your phone.
I'm gonna go Dolphins 1-12.
I'm gonna go Newcastle by 7.
I'm gonna be going for Newcastle, but just so I want Dan to be happy.
Cause you know what? Fuck Sack Wayne Bennett, bro. I'm gonna go Newcastle. I'm gonna go Newcastle, cause that place is gonna be beaming, cause those fans, bro, they give me APL fans vibes. Wallah, they're just roaring. Newcastle 13+. You heard it here first on AJIBEHS couch, boys. Anything you want to say before we leave? Chris, we have to hang out more. We have to watch more games together. Definitely when we set up our do our streaming.
Top 4, they mathematically still.
No.
They have to win by 30.
Move! Stop giving me hope, bro.
We have to win by. We have to win 30, and Sharks have to win by. Have to lose by 50, bro.
Freddie, I love you.
All right.
Shout out to Freddie, Hectic Fred, and shout out to Mr. Chris. Follow him on all his socials, please. Everywhere. He's actually, honestly, a funny bloke, and I don't really like watching a lot of Lebo content creators. I think it's a bit, people imitate us too much, where they're like, oh, Marky.
Well, they're not genuine.
He's original, cuz.
Cheski, Marky. All right, bro, relax, cuz.
Because is that video not that video is iconic, but
All right, but like, do you see how many videos came after that video?
Yeah.
He's like, stop, you know what I
That's the
mean?
problem.
Leave the guy. So yeah, nah, but I really like his content, and he's a Dragons fan, but we do love each other, so there's no hatred against us. Love you all. Take it easy. Stay AJIBEHS.